Hey everybody, welcome to the Gofor podcast. My name is Sam Hicks. I'm joined with my co-host,
Grant Seat.
And today we're going to be kicking the episode off with what's happening in the trades this week. Grant, you got any news for me?
Yeah, I think you look through everything, and one of the most surprising things for me is Markiplier's movie came out today.
Mm-hmm.
This is a YouTube movie. This isn't a studio movie. Independent, funded, directed, written by Markiplier, and it's playing in theaters starting, technically last night, but starting today. It's already sold $7 million in pre-sale.
Jeez.
So it's projected to hit around 10 to 15 just this weekend, which on a $2 million budget, it's set to make all its money back, 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So it's already doing great. It's already sold more than every other YouTube, turned cinema, whatever.
Right.
You've got there was the Ryan's Toy House or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They had a movie. It was they earned $400,000 with, or less. Dude Perfect, it's $475.
Right.
And now we're seeing $7 million in pre-sale.
It's nuts.
So, essentially, the movie is about post-apocalyptic world. They, in an effort to save humanity's dying race, they find a moon full of this blood ocean, and they send a convict there to explore its depths in a submarine. So essentially, testing the waters to see if this is a safe place we can move to, and it's based off the video game Iron Lung.
I was gonna say
Same name. Yeah,
video game. Okay. Yeah.
So most of the audience and everything is coming from YouTube.
Right.
And
he self-financed this movie himself?
Self-financed it, everything.
Wow.
So
how much did you say the budget was? $2 million?
Is around $2 million, yeah.
Wow. Jeez.
So it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it's a huge deal.
I think a big part of why it's worked is that the whole time Markiplier's been showing on YouTube his journey of filmmaking and making this thing.
Yeah.
So he's built not only his original audience and the video game audience, but he's built an audience through that.
100%.
Going into this. So, when you do that and you bring the audience along for the $7 million in pre-sale.
Yeah, it's a big deal. And I think we see this trend of companies and agencies and people moving towards the creator market. I mean, we've been seeing it for the past 5 years, 6 years, that we had the Hype House and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you're starting to see these companies invest real money into making films with creators, which is a big deal. And it kind of shows how intense the YouTube scene is right now and how much it dominates the space. Because I don't have the statistic in front of me, but I'm pretty sure that YouTube almost beat out Netflix in profitability in 2025. They were almost as profitable as Netflix, if not more, which is a huge deal. And part of that obviously comes down to they don't have to pay to make content. People make the content, and then they just monetize it. But, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what more comes of this and if we see more video game-style movies that come from YouTuber creators.
Yeah. I mean, and, too, it's pretty clear, the industry is shifting towards more creator-driven content.
Yeah, for sure.
It's cheaper. They already know it works. It has an audience built into it. So we're seeing a lot of that already happening. Whether it's, signing deals with people on TikTok, Instagram, and then YouTube, obviously. And that results in 4,100 theaters.
Yeah.
That's nuts. This is, he's not a filmmaker. He's a YouTuber. But now he is a filmmaker.
Yeah.
And he's a filmmaker that can turn a bigger profit than a Warner Brothers movie. That, they have all the best of the best. They can throw $100 million at a project. And he's going to outdo them.
Absolutely.
With $2 million in the little knowledge that he has. I'm sure he's got
it's
a lot,
awesome.
But still,
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of awesome. And this is another topic, too, that I think, need to talk about because everybody's talking about it is verticals right now.
Yeah.
It's the drama boxes, and there's a huge market for it. Now, I think I read yesterday that companies like Drama Box are trying to make 10,000 shows a year in 2026 for this upcoming year.
And just for context, the microdramas are vertically shot.
Yep.
So you could swipe on Instagram and stuff. And they usually are between 30 seconds and 2 minutes. And that's the episode.
Per episode, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the way their business model works is each episode, like you said, is 30 seconds to 2 minutes, and they'll give you the first 15 episodes for free on their platform. And then they hook you so strongly that you pay for the rest of the season. It's $5, $6, whatever it is, to pay for the rest of the season. And people are paying for it, man. They're making hundreds of millions of dollars, and I think if not billions. I mean, at this point, they're probably projected to be making billions of dollars a year.
Yeah.
But this is kind of something that came out of left field, and the industry right now is just trying to adapt and figure out how they can do it themselves, and because it's big overseas in the Asian market.
Yeah,
but China, in the U.S.
China has the biggest. I mean, that's one of their biggest money makers in terms of entertainment.
Yeah,
is microdramas,
and
it's weird because, we all heard about Quibi 3 or 4 years ago.
Yep.
And how fast that went under.
100%.
And it shows you, like, it doesn't matter how much money you put into it, the production value, whatever. People that watch those want to be entertained and everything quickly. They don't care for the longer storylines. But also, it shows the influence that the younger filmmakers and the younger creators have on this. Because you bring a creator into that, and now it's like, oh, I want to watch Mr. Beast's new show.
Right.
Of course. And that's, 400 million subscribers?
Yeah.
At YouTube on one channel alone.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, that's, like, unheard of.
Yeah, maybe we'll be seeing a Beast Games microdrama in the future. You never know.
I mean,
that
seriously.
could happen, right? 100%.
Yeah. We already know Disney Plus has deals for short form, and Paramount has deals for that.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's not unlikely that Amazon's going to hop on that train and say, oh, well, we already have MGM. Let's make MGM slides or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah. Nothing's stopping them from doing that. Yeah. Actually, you have, so it hasn't happened yet, but you are going to be directing a microdrama in the near future. It's low budget, if no budget.
Yeah.
Is what, from my understanding. So can you tell me a little bit about what that process has been like pre-production wise leading up to it?
Yeah. I mean, okay. So for pre-production, things are mostly the same because it's still a shoot and you still have to do your prep. So, like, whether that's blocking, working on what the material is, and then, shot listing, all that, and, like, scheduling the day, all that's been the same. Except for our day now is, we're starting at 5 p.m. and ending at, like, 8.
Yeah.
Why? We only have a page and a half to shoot.
Right.
No, seriously. Like,
are you doing one episode?
We're doing one episode.
Yeah.
So, I mean, normally I assume, like, you could do multiple episodes, if not the whole thing in a day.
Right, for sure.
We're doing one episode, our pilot, and it's a page and a half. And, I mean, I think the biggest challenge is, like, in a page and a half, how do you have intrigue and mystery without it becoming vague and, not being able to be understood?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's some aspects and challenges, but, like, production-wise, in prep, it's been about the same. It's about, keeping the pace up and engagement with the audience. But, yeah, I mean, like, prep, still getting all the gear and everything. And, but, unlike Quibi, we're doing this for $0.
Yeah.
Quibi would put $1 million into this, and it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
And we could put 0 into this, and all it takes is, one of the episodes to catch fire on TikTok or whatever, or put it on a future Tubi, like, microdrama platform. One episode.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, that's people's attention spans. Like,
for sure.
2 minutes, I'll be interested. Anything else than that, you really have to convince me.
100%. And I mean, a lot of that boils down to TikTok. Like, we've seen people's attention span, especially within teenagers, just completely demolished over time. Like, if it's more than 5 seconds, we're past it. Like, we have to hook people quick. So it's a really interesting direction that the industry's going, and it's cool. So we'll catch up with you after the shoot too, and get your take on how everything went. Let's talk a little bit about who we are. You can start. We got a lot going on right now. For some context, Grant and I dropped out of film school, roughly 8 months ago, and you dropped out.
I mean,
a month ago.
Yeah, like a month ago.
Yeah, and so I have had professional work since dropping out of school. I've been a production assistant on 2 reality shows. One of them hasn't come out yet, and I can talk about The Bachelor because it already has come out, or The Golden Bachelor. And I have some crazy stories that we'll get into probably in later episodes. But what is going on in your life besides that? We've got a short that we're trying to get done.
Right.
But talk about what the next steps are in your career, in your life.
Yeah,
right now.
so similarly, I haven't done as much PA work as I'd like, and if employers are listening, you've got someone who would be happy to work right here. But over the summer I was hired to shoot and direct and showrun a docuseries, so that was good and paying, which is always nice.
Yep.
And we've done other stuff like just off the side and a lot of uncredited help to other friends and associates in the industry, which has been great and just given us a lot of experience. But yeah, right now, I mean, like, you and I both, we're working on our first big project outside of school or anything. I mean, this is a real, like, career thing for us.
Yep.
And while, it's the first one, it might not be that good. Obviously, we'll do everything in our power to make it good.
Yeah.
But even if it's not the end of the world because this is our first thing,
Yep.
We're doing this so we can get to our third or fourth thing that does really well.
Yeah.
So essentially, right now, we're working through the feature script and what that's going to look like, what the story is, who the characters are. And in the meantime, we're shooting our proof of concept pitch. In
for
3 or 4 weeks?
Yeah, in a couple weeks for investors and industry professionals that we know and trust for feedback.
Yeah.
And you and I have probably made over 100 combined short films from the time that we were freshmen in high school up until our third year of college.
Yeah.
But this one is the first one that we have done truly on our own. This is with no resources but what we have, friends, family, connections, and we've used those before, but this is the first time we're actually going all in on it. And so it's exciting stuff right now in terms of everything that's going on. We have almost the entire thing cast. We have all the locations locked in, and right now we're just going over final script notes and planning, finishing the budget, and then planning the shoot and the schedule and everything. There's a lot to do still, but we've gotten a lot done, which has been great. Yeah,
and I think too, like, obviously, like, we've always put a lot of work into things.
Yeah.
But this is one of the biggest things and one of the first things I think you and I are both, like, every day that we wake up and, are breathing, we're putting work into this. It's not a side thing or whatever. Like, we're obviously banking on this to be our career eventually. So, stakes are a little lower right now while we're at home again and everything. But, with that being said, nobody's paying us to do this.
No.
But we're making it our job to do this and to find work and just to be in front of people.
Yeah, for sure. We are at a point in our career right now where we are actively searching for more industry jobs, which are hard to get in this day and age. And if anyone else listening is watching this, if you're in the same boat, follow along, please, because we have a lot to talk about and you might relate to a lot of the stuff we're talking about. And if you're looking to get in this industry, it's a great industry, but it's tough, and we're going to talk a lot about that in later episodes.
Yeah.
But for sure, I think this is the first time that we're really doing it on our own. I think while we're looking for actual industry jobs, we've gotten up every day this week and gone to the library, which is basically our office nowadays.
Yeah, we're nerds now.
And we've gone every day to the library, and we've just cranked out whatever we need to do to get this thing off the ground.
Yeah.
And to be honest, like, I didn't think we knew that we were going to put this much into it. I didn't have the expectation that we were going to work this hard on it, but I think we both know that, like, it's all or nothing, and we just have to do it.
And I think, too, when I pitched it to you, I was like, here's what we should do as the proof of concept.
Yeah.
And let's make it as simple as possible just so that people can see it.
Right.
And, just for clarification, Sam's producing it and I'm writing and directing it. And so when I came to him with it written out, I was like, this is what we should do. Let's keep it super low budget.
Mm-hmm.
I'll shoot it. I'll direct it. We'll get a couple people we can trust to act in it. Using our resources that we already know we have. And it's grown in scale in some degrees.
Yeah, for sure.
But also it's not out of reach. It's never become something that is like, we have to hold on until we get all the pieces in line. We set our shoot date right away.
Yeah.
And basically, like, what we do in the meantime is just whatever we can to be ready on that day. But we're shooting that day regardless, which I think is a helpful thing to do in general, is to lock in shooting days before you're ready.
Yeah, for sure. And I think if you're planning a short film out there, seriously, first thing is open your calendar. Like, open Google Calendar, open Apple Calendar, and just plan, okay, 3 weeks from now we have to have a finished script. We have to have pre-production finished. We need to have a schedule, and just set a shoot date and work towards it.
Yeah.
Like, if you have that to look forward to, you know that you have a deadline. Because if you don't set yourself a deadline, you'll revise the script 200,000 times, and you'll find every excuse to think it's not perfect.
Yeah.
You just got to go out there and film it. And this is something we can talk about too. Is I think we've heard for the longest time, especially in film school, and you hear it from industry professionals, like we've heard, like Martin Scorsese and Christopher Nolan say, well, why would you not go out and shoot? You have a 4K camera in your pocket.
4K camera in your pocket.
Yeah. It's always
I had a Super 8.
That's all. It's always our argument is, you have a camera in your pocket. Why don't you just go out and shoot?
Yeah.
As if it's like the easiest thing on planet Earth.
Yeah.
And
There's
totally truth to that, right? Like, you gain experience through just doing it, right?
Yeah. If you look at, where we started even,
Yeah.
we both accidentally discover iMovie on our mom's phone. And, I was in Virginia at the time, and, I'm running around with an iPad. I don't know anything, but I was like, I remember the moment. I was like, I heard police siren sound effects on iMovie. And I was like, oh, man. No matter what I shoot, the police could be here.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking it was the craziest thing ever.
Yeah.
And, like, we still have some of those somewhere. But, like, that's what we did. We wanted to shoot something, so we did.
Yeah.
And now, like, my argument would be, we know better. We have the tools to do better, so we should do better.
100%. Yeah.
But, I mean, from an outsider's perspective, like, 100%, use your phone, go out there and learn what looks good, what doesn't, how editing works.
Yep.
Like, that is exactly what you need to get started.
For sure. And I think it's there's a lot to say, and we'll say it in a future episode, maybe next week. But there's a lot to say about how people's films get shown these days. I mean, you can go out and film something and post on YouTube or Vimeo or Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. But I think a lot of the yearning from young filmmakers is to be in a festival, to be in theaters, to be on a streaming service, to be on, whatever, broadcast TV. And that'll be a really good conversation in the future, is like, how do you even get something onto a platform? How do you get it into a theater? Because that's what I think young filmmakers yearn for. And filming everything on your phone works, but it only works for YouTube, Vimeo, and Instagram.
Yeah. And, if you want, you can pull up Sean Baker shooting Tangerine or whatever on his iPhone.
Right, true.
But, I'd put money that most of us aren't Sean Baker, and we're not going to have some, great ideas and decision-making that would do as much for us as it did for him.
No, 100%.
And not that you can't, but also, as we get older, better cameras become way more accessible.
It's true.
The people that are saying shoot on your iPhone, it's because, they had to pay a ton of money for Super 8s or 16 millimeters back in the day. And then, and then you look at cinema cameras that are coming out that are digital. $40,000, I'm not spending it on that if I don't know if I like it yet. So it makes sense to keep using your iPhone.
True.
But nowadays you can get a cinema camera for under $1,000.
Yeah, and we were just looking, you just pulled it up yesterday. We were looking at Blackmagic's website, and you can get a Pocket 4K or Pocket 6K.
Pocket 4K for $1,100.
Yeah, which is...
It was not always the case.
Nowadays is the price of an iPhone, to be fair, right?
100%.
So if you want to get into this and you have you know, if you have allowance money saved up or you have a job that you've saved up money,
Yeah.
go buy yourself a Blackmagic 4K. Like those things are
and
incredible.
get it used even
Yeah, for
$600.
$600.
Yeah,
100%.
$600.
Yeah, right.
I got mine with a lens for $800.
Yeah.
With a a cinema prime lens. So I mean, like, the iPhone thing, it's 100% a legitimate thing to say.
But the barrier of entry is much lower now.
Yeah.
Than it used to be, for sure.
And plus, I think a lot of those guys that hear those questions assume it's coming from someone that, is like maybe new or just beginning.
Yeah. Has never really shot a short film before.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the second you know how to use a camera, you should be using a camera.
Yeah. Right. Right.
And it unlocks so much. But again, it should not be the thing that stops you from making stuff. If it stops you from making stuff, you probably weren't going to make it anyways.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Like, we did not care about what camera we were shooting on until maybe a year or two ago.
Never. Like,
and we'd been doing it for years by that point.
Yeah,
and had classes and done stuff professionally.
Yeah, I mean, even up until probably our freshman year of college, we had access to the RE Alexas and the Red Dragons or whatever the hell.
Yeah. And we used those every now and then.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, we got used to using the Pocket 4Ks, and
I mean that thing.
It's a great camera. It's such a good camera.
If you're looking for a first camera, that's your best. 100%.
Yeah. Don't buy a DSLR if you want to get into film.
Yeah.
If you want to do photography too, then get one. But if you want to get into cinema, get a Blackmagic.
And they're just
Pocket
getting
4K.
cheaper. They're just getting cheaper.
100%.
So
Yeah.
more accessible, and it'll add a new layer. But anyways, the whole point being, don't let the camera be the thing that stops you from shooting. You could still shoot on your phone.
Yeah, for
100%.
sure. Yeah. And so, I think we're at a point where we're just trudging along, and we'll give updates every week on where we're at with this production. We're shooting in March.
Yeah.
March 7th is the shoot day, and we have about a month leading up to that.
Yeah.
Which is great.
So I mean, and some of the production needs, just so we're all aware of where we're at.
Yeah.
The 5 other people that might hear this right now.
Yeah.
But we have all but one cast member locked in.
Right.
Which is way more than we expected by this point.
Yep.
We have musician locked in to do the music, and we're checking in on him next weekend.
Yep.
So he's got
original music, by the way.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
Original written.
We couldn't
for
be
this.
happier with who's making it.
Yeah.
And he's a dear friend of ours, and he's gonna kill it. So we're more than happy. But
yeah. So we've got that locked in. We've got the crew locked in, which will comprise of mostly just Sam and I.
Yep.
Because like I said, we wanted this to be small, and we're shooting it in one day. It's going to be probably 5 minutes at the end or less.
Yep.
The biggest thing that we're still working on is a little bit of equipment, and
mostly lighting gear.
Yeah. But other than that,
and that we're set, man.
I've got the whole thing mostly blocked out and shot listed.
Yep.
So I'm doing my prep as best I can.
Yeah.
As best I know how.
Yeah. And this is one of those things, like, to anyone who's watching who is either already making short films, maybe you're a college student, maybe you're in high school, maybe you're out of college and you're trying to do it on your own like we are. I mean, everything we're doing, we have practically no budget for this. I mean, our budget's probably $100, $200 maybe at the most. And everything that we are doing, everyone that we have connected to this is just people we know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, one piece of advice to anyone who's trying to make it in this business or anyone who's trying to enter this business, just talk to everybody. Become friends with everybody. I was just on the phone today with an agent from a large, one of the, not the big 3, but one of the biggest in the world. And they were saying, best thing that you can do in this business is just get to know people. Go to those mixers. Go to LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. Find the meetings that people are having and just go to them. Like, if you want to do anything in this business, just show up and be a nice person and be conversational. That's really, like, straight up. We've gotten much farther in our careers than I think we couldn't do it alone. Is what I'm trying to get at, right? We couldn't do it by ourselves. We need people.
The way it was told to me is, become friends with people you work with so that you're always working with your friends.
Yeah, for sure.
And I mean, Sam, like, like every project that we've done together has been on the basis of, okay, which of our friends can we have help us with this?
Absolutely.
And honestly,
Yes.
it's a huge change from professional sets, which, and again, like, eventually there will be a day where we're not just working with, our 5 close friends. But we've been on other people's, student film sets.
Yep.
And it's just totally disjointed. Everybody thinks they're in charge. Nobody thinks they're in charge. Nothing gets done. People think they're the cameraman and they say, no, you're not. And now people don't know what's going on. Whereas, like, when we go on set, we all know what we're doing. We're all friends, so we have that level of respect for each other.
Yep.
And we can also, give advice, whatever, and it's not that, deep. But the better thing is, like, our set days are almost always shorter and better. Like, turn out better.
Yeah.
Than if we were working with a bunch of people we don't know.
For sure.
And not that we're not going out and meeting people that want to work on our stuff.
Yeah, we're not contradicting ourselves.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now. We do put in the work, but
But
sure.
like, the majority of our stuff, I think a big reason why it goes well is because we work with our friends who we trust.
Absolutely, yeah.
And the set is always a fun environment.
For sure. Yeah. And it makes a huge difference. And when you work on a show or a movie and you don't know anybody, over time you become really great friends with everybody, or you learn to hate everybody.
Yeah.
There's no in between, pretty much. But yeah, I think working with friends has been hugely beneficial to us. Anyways, so I think we're about ready to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Firstly, if you're listening to this, stay tuned for the next episode. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment what you might want to see in the next episode. We know that probably 4 people are going to see this, but we're doing it because this is a time capsule in our lives, and we just want to learn and grow and experience this industry together and just see what comes of it. So if you want to, stick along for the ride. What's the word of today? The old Hollywood word of the day, Grant.
So we're going to try to end these episodes with something that I thought would be awesome.
This is all Grant's idea, by the way.
So it's going to be the word of the day. Our old Hollywood word of the day is photoplay. It means what it sounds like. It's a representation by means of motion pictures. So photoplay, it's literally a combination of photos and play. And when they're played in sequence, it's photoplay. It's nothing revolutionary, but it's definitely a term that was used a lot in the silent era.
Yeah.
And early golden age Hollywood, just because people were calling them moving pictures.
Right.
That John Ford scene in Spielberg's movie. You want to be a picture maker. Like, people have called them all sorts of stuff. Now we know them as movies, but so that's what it was. And a lot of that comes too from, like, the famous fable of setting up the cameras to see if the horse gets fully off the ground ever.
Yep.
Those are the sequence of photos. When you play them all together, it makes a movie.
Boom. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of the Gofor podcast. That's spelled Gofor podcast. We are on every platform. If you don't know where to find us, we're everywhere. So you can't miss us.
We literally are everywhere. Everywhere.
We are everywhere. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching, and have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or night.